Right. Check, check, check. Am I live? Hello. Leave a comment if you like. I am driving up to my office in St. Louis to shut down for a month. I just got the automated phone call, and I just got some stuff from the old place, moving to the new place. Like, we've already moved in, but, we had a month overlap or whatever, so, got to get that done. Oddly enough, the shutdown doesn't mean you can't go to somebody else's home. It just basically means you can't go in public. Or you can't get stuff out of your old apartment before the lease runs out. So, that's going to be continuing. All right, so I wanted to talk about where do we go from here. Podcast is coming back. I've had some very smart people, kind of on the phone with me, just talking to people that are higher up in business and stuff. Because I went to the most jacked up place imaginable. This is like, what if this is it? In the prepper community, they call it Teotihuacan, the end of the world as we know it. Which, by the way, I feel like absolutely everybody's going to be preppers now. And good on you, man. I mean, we don't know that we won't see this again. I think that we need to be thinking about how to do that. So the siege mentality versus, sort of the economy of debt. I am not an economist. I would have loved to have gone to grad school for economics. A lot of things I would have loved to have done. One of them is I would have loved to go to the London School of Economics or something like that made me better at economics or something. But, neither here nor there. I learned some other stuff along the way because I didn't do that stuff, I suppose. All right. For the most part, our economy has worked because we just move money around a whole bunch. Okay? Criticize me if you want. I'm just taking a stab at it there. Don't touch my face. Thank you, Eric. All right. And, obviously it's made us pretty prosperous. We do have, I'm totally by myself, so scratching my nose. I had to go to the hardware store yesterday. I sneezed like 3 times because seasonal allergies are starting. People were looking at me. Went home, took an Allegra. I was fine. Anyway, if you think back to any kind of war you studied in history class, which is like Rome and Carthage, or Greece and the tall metrosexual guy from the movie 300. Good Lord, were they the Phoenicians? I don't remember. Anyway, what would happen would be there'd be sieges, and those sieges would last sometimes for a couple of years in the ancient world. And now this is before firearms, this is before the telegraph, this is before the automobile. So basically, an army would show up, they would run you into the walls of your city, and you would shut the gates, and basically be a waiting game. Are they going to get bored and go kill somebody else and take their stuff, or are you going to run out of food and surrender and, either give them all your stuff, become slaves, get murdered, have them take your, wives and children as bounty, or are you going to fight to the death? Well, the longer you wait into a siege to fight to the death, the worse it's going to be because, you just get all skinny and you're not good at fighting anymore, and, that's not good. But we don't have that mentality in the modern world like they did. And also, they didn't know what was out there. Okay, people in the ancient world were a lot smarter than we give them credit for, or we think about them. Particularly the Egyptians. Good Lord, the pyramids. I mean, unbelievable. The mind power that it took to build that without cranes and bulldozers and stuff. It's crazy. But you know what? I'm gonna stop for dog food actually right here because that's a good place. So I guess this will be pretty short. But we do not have that mentality that maybe there's something out there that's going to get us. We always assume it's going to be fine. We always assume the government can take care of everybody. Okay, we probably can bounce back from this one. We cannot have another bailout like this basically ever because there's not going to be anybody left to buy up our debt. Okay, so I don't want you to get freaked out right now. But I do want you to think about what do I do as a result of this. I can, if it gets bad, okay. Do I have tents to sleep in the woods? Yes. Do I have water filtration to be able to drink out of a pond and let my whole family drink out of a pond? I have that. Do this wrong. Look at me driving around that GPS. This will be pretty brief, I guess, because no, I did it. Yeah, there's the pet store. Do I have enough ammo to both, protect my family in the event of a riot? I would never want that to happen, but yeah, I've got that. Do I have enough small game ammo to live off a whole bunch of squirrels for a while? Because you really can't eat deer in the spring because they're all diseased. Yeah, I could do that. Could I fish? I'm allergic to fish, so I guess I can't fish. But I got some stuff. Now, if a nuclear bomb goes off and there's no society whatsoever, you throw me in the middle of the woods in Canada, can I survive that with a hatchet, like the book we all read when we were kids? If you read the book you're supposed to read in school, I don't think so. Maybe. No. But I don't feel like 30 days in the wilderness, they might have, eating snares for goats and stuff to stay alive. I don't know that I'm prepared for that, but I'm at least prepared for some more stuff. And we've got a pretty good amount of food on hand. Not that we wouldn't run out of things and miss some things and want some things, etc. But I'm at least good for a while. Now, are there people out there that have built something that's running on solar power, has its own water? They've got years supplies of everything, so that they could sort of live comfortably out in the middle of nowhere. You're never going to find them. For everybody to have that, maybe that's the new vacation industry. It's like, oh, well, we used to go on cruises and now we just build our doomsday cabin. Maybe it wouldn't be the worst. We actually, I believe, need to develop a siege mentality. This again, we're probably going to see this dang, and that means that we need to not be panic buying toilet paper next time. We need to have an adequate supply of stuff and not run out of stuff. So that time something does happen, you just sort of, slide down there, take account, go out, get a few supplements, and we're pretty much okay. So I'm at for 15 minutes, but I gotta go buy dog food. There's a podcast coming. It's called Seth Tower Herd and Friends, covering creativity, culture, and careers. And it's something I've been planning on for a long time. It's actually a response to the pandemic. Everybody's going to start a podcast in my house now, which maybe you should. We'll talk later. But it's actually just a response to the fact that we were in a pretty small apartment with a baby for a year. I just couldn't do it. So I've tried different podcast formats, different things. This is my fourth or fifth. I think it's my fifth. But pretty excited about this one. So hopefully that's coming soon.